I have the same beliefs as the CEO of Nestle.
Oh, sure. Entirely. Yeah. You support women.
Support women. Don't think water should be a right. And other stuff. I don't want to get into it. I said we don't like when you say the whole enchilada.
The CEO of Nestle doesn't like when I say. Is it because of the Mexican streams of water and me saying enchilada really gets on her nerves?
Yeah.
All right.
Whoa. I didn't know it was a her.
Yeah, that's why I said you support women. And this pure hypothetical, I've invented that the Nestle CEO is a woman. Yeah.
I just, you know what? Hey, my misogyny showed. I assumed it was a man, and I know they're pure evil.
Yeah.
I know
Have you ever met a woman?
Wow. Yeah.
Hello, boys. Hello, non-binary pals. Welcome back to the number one judgiest place on the entire internet. My name is Josh.
What happened to the gals?
I don't want to speak for them or to them or at them or about them.
Wow. Okay, Joshua. My name is Rick, and I'm a gal.
And my name is Christian.
And we are the
Judgies.
Back and wetter than ever.
Ew.
Nice.
You're not turned on from that?
Ew. I'm drier than the Sahara.
Which is wetter than you normally are.
Which sucks because that's actually the wettest desert.
Is it?
I don't know.
That's a really funny insult. Somehow like calling you're the wettest desert. I don't know, that's kind of funny. Here we are, episode 311.
Whoa.
I didn't do anything for 311. Sorry.
Wow.
They're not as important to me as 303 was in my life.
You know, that's fair.
Yeah.
I do only know 2 songs by them.
3.
11.
Got Amber is the color of your energy.
Okay.
All mixed up.
Okay. Yeah, that's about where I stopped.
And there's another one. Fuck.
See, I think if I think on it too long, I'm just gonna think of Sublime songs.
Ooh. Yeah.
Well, like I don't know. I don't really know that much about 311. I never saw the sequel, but the third in the trilogy, 9/11, not for me. That was not a very fun time.
It wasn't very tasteful, if you ask me.
I never saw 6/11, so maybe it was all right. Here we are. We are going to read a little bit of the joke book to set the mood.
I would love that.
To get
Erica's
some
gonna need it.
Energy in the studio because Erica, you are drier than the. You were wait, hang on. You're as dry as the driest rainforest.
Yeah.
Sure.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Odor.
Odor who?
Odor skunks are smarter than younger ones.
They really shoved that one in. I feel that one was very forced.
Barely a joke.
Yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10 from the most
1.
funniest joke book ever for kids and grown-ups who love to laugh and those that need to.
A 1. That was really bad.
I'm gonna give it 2 just because there was a little bit of shock on how long it went. It kind of made me.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Barbara.
Barbara who?
Barbara, black sheep, have you any wool? God. Scale of 1 to 10.
A 1.
1.
You both said 1?
Yeah.
All right, knock knock.
Who's there?
Aardvark.
Aardvark who?
Aardvark a mile for chocolate ice cream cone. Vark doesn't sound anything like walk. Aardvark a mile for a chocolate ice cream cone. Scale 1 to 10.
I mean, it made me laugh. I have to give it at least a 5, I guess.
That's wild. I give it a 2.5.
That's wild, I feel like. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Clark-a-doodle.
Clark-a-doodle who?
I didn't know you were a rooster.
God, I hated that one. That one is a 1.
That one at least tried to be a joke. Scale 1 to 10.
A 1.
A lot of 1s on this page. I'll give it a 1 too.
We don't do 12s. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Who?
Who?
I didn't know you spoke owl.
I think Olsen would like that one.
Yeah.
Scale 1 to 10.
I'll give it a 4.
Yeah, about a 4.
All right, last one. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Toucan.
Toucan who?
Two can play at this game.
I liked that one.
That one I did like.
It's like, I if I would have opened with that one, we wouldn't have liked it as much.
No, that's a call and response one. You got to get hit with the knock knock joke first, and then you come in with that one.
Aardvark a mile.
That's a good point.
That's fair. They didn't give us a style guide. Scale 1 to 10.
I'll give it a 6.
Wow. A 4.
Perfect. And that is the joke book. I mean,
we're kind of cranking through it.
Yeah, it's hard to read with only one hand, but yeah, we are cranking through it, aren't we? That's the joke book. It's a Saturday afternoon recording.
It's beautiful out.
It's gorgeous outside. It's gorgeous inside as soon as you two fuckers walked in.
Oh,
Thanks, Joshua.
Josh.
Anything new in the world? Anything to be happy about?
To be happy about.
There's lots to be. Oh, well, I was thinking rather locally.
Oh.
To be happy about.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I saw a picture of a baby capybara, first one born in 20 years in Edinburgh, Ireland. You ever think about that? Scotland. Sorry.
Okay.
I was gonna say.
Okay. No, I'm putting together the sentence more in my head. This is the first one to be born there.
Yeah.
In my head, I truly thought you meant the first one to be born in 20 years. Like there was none younger than 20 years old.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
I was in shock and I was like, how are they not almost extinct?
They live for 900 years.
Yeah, they're immortal beings.
That's who Moses was in the Bible.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's why they lived for so long in the
That's
Bible.
why he kind of fucked with everybody.
Yeah.
Well, at least all the animals.
Yeah. Let's read some stories.
Sure.
I got a crazy episode today.
Yeah.
Ooh, let me.
Never mind. I shouldn't have fucking hyped it up. What was I thinking? That was such a fool's errand of me to have put myself into.
It's like that Fleet Foxes song.
You know that song, Josh?
Fool's errand?
Yeah.
Of course.
Do you like that one?
Not really.
I was gonna say trick question. It's not even that good. It's actually pretty good.
It's all right. It's not my favorite by them.
What's your favorite by them?
Just trying an argument / argument.
It's not what I was going to say.
What's yours?
Well, I love that whole album.
Yeah.
My brain is blank on the name of
Well,
the
we
song.
don't just blank on songs. We also read podcast stories on this stories of podcasts. And what that entails is us going online and finding silly little stories to podcast about. And I have something that's going to tickle Christian's little gooch.
Ooh, I can't wait for my Gucci to get tickled.
Ew.
Biscuit sent in
Chill.
a Reddit story. I'm so shaken after just skimming a section of the story that doesn't matter if it's true or not. Just the idea of it, the mental image of puke, puke, puke. Now,
Right.
I'm not going to open with this because it is bad and I don't want to disgrace the airwaves just yet.
Okay.
But this came from a Reddit post where somebody asked a simple question on r/askreddit
Okay.
and just said, what are some of the most memorable Reddit stories you remember hearing on this goddamn application? And so then I went through and found a couple on there that people were talking about.
Hell yeah.
Does that make sense?
I'm excited.
The exact question was, what's a legendary Reddit post you'll never forget?
Agatha.
So we'll get to what Biscuit said, but we're gonna pause for a moment. So first, we're gonna read a story from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole because I ate more than my share of a 6-foot party sub last night? Which is just a Tim Robinson sketch.
Yeah. I mean, how much, before we get into it, how much do you think equals your share?
1 foot.
A 1 foot, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
If this is like a party, you're getting whatever it is. It's like 1, maybe 2 slices of whatever is designated as a slice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I
it's-
figured.
You're not getting a 6-foot party sub for 6 people.
You could.
You could, but
You could, but you're probably rocking 12 minimum
12
people.
feet? Oh, right. And it's gonna be cut, and like normally they're wider than like a normal
Yeah.
like sub, so it's gonna be whatever.
Do they still make these?
Not from Subway. I've had party subs at corporate events. Sure.
Okay. I guess I just don't know the last time I've been to a Subway, so I can't.
They don't have it floating above.
They got rid of that.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
What I thought would be a total non-issue has ballooned into a huge problem. And I'm up at 7:05 a.m. dealing with it. Not that early to be complaining about it.
No, I think that's fine.
That's work time, though. You know what I mean?
That feels like you logged into your work email and went, uh-oh.
Right.
Yeah, no, I think that's plenty early to complain.
I figured while I wait for a text, I could post here to see if what I did was really that bad. I'm a big fat ass. There's no way around it. I love to eat, which probably borders on addiction, but I figure since I'm only hurting myself, it's probably better to just live my life. I have some great friends, although there is no doubt that I'm the harmless, funny, token fat guy of the otherwise pretty good-looking group. Last night, my friend hosted UFC, and I was invited. He got a 6-foot party sub. I also brought homemade wings that are sort of my specialty. Well, of course, people flocked to the food, and I had basically one serving of the sandwich. But people devoured my wings. I didn't get to have a single one, which is totally fine. That's why I brought them. But maybe an hour later, I was starving. I kept eyeing the sandwich, and I'd say there was about 3 feet of it left. I waited an hour, then another half hour, and no one had touched it, but they were still munching on chips, pretzels, and whatnot. So I was like, screw it. I took about half of what was left and ate it. Then the last half sat for another 10 to 15 minutes, and no one said anything. So then I ate that.
You ate 3 feet of sandwich?
He also had some before it. He ate over 3 feet of a 6-foot party sub.
He ate at least 3.5 feet of a party sub.
Which is
I will have to say,
it's a lot of sub.
It's a lot of sub.
Yeah.
You did eat too much of the party sub, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, to be sure, as I was swallowing the last bite, the host's girlfriend asked, "Where's the sandwich?" It's a fucking sandwich size thing in his throat.
Like Scooby-Doo.
Yep. Like I was the guilty party. Pretty much everyone pointed at me. I guess they noticed me eating the sandwich.
You were eating it like a fucking anaconda. Yeah, we noticed.
She was furious and said that I was an incredible pig. Thank you. That's nice. And they were one of the smartest animals. And that I had been super selfish to eat 3 feet of a sandwich, at least. I felt so bad, I tried to explain to her that I really did wait over an hour and thought people had lost interest. I also tried to explain how everyone had eaten my wings, and she said something along the lines of, "You brought them to share, Alan. If someone had eaten over half by themselves, that's not fucking sharing, is it?"
I mean, she's got a point.
I offered to order pizza or even go get Subway, and she said that it was a pathetic offer because the party sub had been from a local shop owned by her friends. Said I was sorry, but the night was so tense from then on out. You stayed is crazy. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm walking my fat ass out the door. I woke up this morning to several texts from my twin sisters, the host's girlfriend's best friend, saying that I had to get my shit under control and that everyone is really mad at me and that I embarrassed myself last night.
Everybody's really mad at you, Alan.
They don't fuck with the whole enchilada that you bring to the establishment.
They didn't fuck with the way you ate the whole enchiladas, Alan.
I tried to explain to them what my mindset had been, and they haven't responded. So was I the asshole for eating that much of a sandwich?
Yeah. Yeah. I hate to say eating over 3 feet of the 6-foot party sub was a crazy move.
Insane. And like, do I think I could do it? Sure. But
3 feet, on paper, it sounds formidable. I would have to see in front of me.
I could do it for sure, man. I'm not even second guessing this about myself.
That's bold.
Yeah. Erica, how many feet of a party sub you think you could throw?
A 1.
Just 1 foot? You're stuffed after 1 foot?
Yeah.
Really? See, now I can slam down 1 foot because 1 foot's actually like 9 inches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In Subway math. And I'm still vibing. I'm still eating a bag of chips.
So you really think you could eat 3 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Bring in the sub. Bring in the sub.
I'm not sitting here and being like, yeah, it's a Tuesday. Let me go get 3 feet of a party sub, but gun to my head.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not going to like casually be like, well, if no one else is touching it, and then eat 3 feet of a fucking sub.
I think a big thing here, and again, this does not, this does not forgive any of your transgressions here. But if the sub's not cut up at all, I'm taking a big chunk of the sub.
Sure.
But
But
like
it's
if you're cutting it yourself.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like cake rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's cut up, then it's like you see the portions that we're supposed to be sharing. If you took 16 portions, that's crazy.
Have you ever done this or been in an event where something like similar happened?
Not that I can think of. I've only ever had it where I'm like, it's never like the whole thing went missing, where it's just like, oh, I think I might go for another piece of cake. And then you get up there, it's like, oh, cake's gone. I swear there was a quarter of a cake left.
It was probably like 4 or 5 years ago. My dad had made like a ton of jalapeno poppers and they were like fresh out of the oven. I was just over there visiting for some reason and I ate like all of them.
Yeah.
I would just kept walking back to the kitchen. I probably ate 24 jalapeno poppers. Like too many.
Okay.
I have just genuinely too many.
That is too many.
Yeah. And then my mom went up to go get some. And she's like, oh, they're all gone. And I was like, I didn't think you liked jalapeno poppers. And she was like, no, they're fine. And I was like,
that was our dinner.
yeah, it was. Yeah. Well, it was part of the dinner. But I was like, I didn't think you liked them. So fucking
I didn't think you guys liked those at all. I was like, we were the only people here. Why would we cook them?
Well, my dad likes them.
Okay.
Apparently my mom did too. I don't know. So that's the closest thing I got. But
that's really funny. Actually.
I feel like it's all like this is something that like as an adult, like as a 30-plus-year-old,
you're able to look back and
and like no like that. But like, I mean, I guess we didn't get ages here, but I could totally see teenagers doing this, just not even really thinking about it, you know. But for him just to try to explain, like, well, no, nobody touched it for an hour is like,
I feel like I would have asked.
Right?
Like,
is anybody else
want this? Because I'm still hungry. So
that's the correct move to do.
Yeah. Especially asking the host. Like, even if you don't announce it to the rest of the group, just like going up to the host and be like, hey, do you have like plans for this? Because I personally, as a host of parties, I would rather food get eaten and me not have to deal with leftovers.
Yeah.
Especially if a sub, like that's not good day 2.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have that eaten.
Who's the comedian who does the like pizza at a pizza party doesn't count? Because like, oh, I'm going to have one slice, but you eat a slice while you're in line.
Yeah.
And then you eat like maybe a second one. You're like, well, now there's only one slice on my plate. So you grab another one. It's like one slice turns into like 5 slices.
Yeah. That's how it's got to go.
That's how it feels. But sub this time.
To get the text that everybody's really upset with you, that's brutal.
Well, and like, I think maybe because he's opened up with saying that like being fat only bothers me. And then he's ending it with the like, and people are really upset with me for being fat. And it's like, maybe they are just be like, that's too much to eat. You have a problem. We need to get you help.
Yeah.
Like, also, you pissed everybody off, but also you have to realize a normal person doesn't accidentally eat over 3 feet of a sub.
Yeah.
And then try to justify it to be like, well, I was hungry. Like, that's too much food to just be hungry about.
Yeah.
You know? There's an update or a little edit. To answer what seems like the most common misconception, this wasn't a Subway party sub. So it's not just 4 times the size of a regular sub. This is a local place, so it's about 1.5 times the width of a regular sub. It's still a ton of food, don't get me wrong, but I can down 5 Subway footlongs in an afternoon easily. This is probably about equivalent to that, not 12 like some people are saying. So he's like, no, it was only 5 footlong subs worth.
That's still pretty crazy, dude.
It's too much.
That's pretty crazy.
Too much.
Yeah.
Favorite sub flavor?
I like a cold cut.
Get your cold cuts. Just ham and cheese? Mayonnaise?
No, cold cut is like ham, turkey.
Oh, all of them?
Yeah.
And mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise. Yes.
Lettuce?
Tomato. Cucumber. Green pepper.
Just the whole shebang.
No, not the whole shebang.
The whole enchilada, some might say.
I wouldn't.
You getting red sauce on there?
No.
Okay. It's not the whole enchilada.
What's your go-to Subway sandwich?
I stopped eating meat at Subway long before I was even vegetarian because the meat at Subway is fucking devil farts.
Devil farts?
Yeah, so even at Subway, I would always get an egg thing.
Okay.
But at like a Jersey Mike's, I'd always get the Philly cheesesteak.
Oh, yeah.
No mushrooms, of course, not the one with mushrooms. And then anything else? I love a good cold meat sandwich. Like at J. John's, I get the vegetarian sub because it's really the only one they got, but it's really good, you know?
Okay.
I like subs. I like cold sandwiches for sure.
Yeah. As a BMT guy, the bigger, meatier, tastier.
Yeah. BMTs are good. Italian BMTs.
You didn't know if that's what it stood for?
No.
Yeah, Christian kind of knows a little bit about a lot.
I knew a lot of sandwich artists back in the day.
It's true.
The Reddit app is terrible. All right, the next one that I found, and then we're going to do the listener one, and then we're going to hit a break.
Okay.
This one's not as silly goofy. It's silly goofy, but we're going to have white guilt associated to it. You chill with that?
Lovely.
Yeah.
This is from a Best of Redditor Updates. My company threw a corporate retreat at a plantation in southern Alabama with period-appropriate costume ball. I was the only black guy that worked for the company, and I dressed as a slave.
What?
Okay, wait. Did you choose to do that?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
If that's your choice, then more power to you. But like,
So
as long as you're not being forced to do that.
Yeah, I thought it's like you walked into your hotel or the plantation room and it's like, and here's your outfit for the night. It's like, what the hell?
You actually have to sleep out back.
Alsem Blake, this person did like a whole like photo journey on like Imgur. So there's like a bunch of images that I'll show you guys and I'll send it to Blake that way. It's on screen so you can follow along. But yeah, this guy was the only black person who worked at his company, found out they were having a period appropriate plantation ball. Nobody thought, hey, this is fucked up. And so he said, my wife and I are attending a period appropriate work Halloween costume party on an old plantation, Alabama. There aren't many options for someone like me. And here is his outfit that he chose. Very
golly,
what you'd expect of a slave outfit. He said, the wife and I are making terrible time to the work conference, mainly due to the fact that my instincts keep kicking in, and he stopped to pick cotton out of a field. Then he was getting a bunch of racist DMs on Reddit, of course, as you would. He said, we've arrived, but we were the first ones here. Despite my instincts, we will be staying here in the big house. And so he's got a picture of him in front of the plantation house. He said, update, time for bed. See you all tomorrow. So he went to sleep. Nobody at this point had seen him. And he's sleeping in the bed. He wakes up, gets breakfast, and says, oh, look, I got a new job. And there's a picture of him standing at a sign that says, do not enter, staff only. So he's having fun with it.
He's having fun with it. I can't imagine the first manager to see him is having fun with it.
So he makes his entrance to the party. And here's a picture of a woman who decided she wanted to model her dress. As a result, I have finally been seen. This was her face seconds before I stepped out from around the corner. So here she is standing on the big,
like
staircase, taking the picture. And then this was her seeing him at the bottom of the staircase. Just absolutely
kerfuffled.
I mean, one would say she shouldn't be that confused considering the circumstances, but she is certainly taken aback. I didn't realize Imgur had so much fucking ad slop on it.
Oh, it always has.
I'd never use this godforsaken website.
Well, normally you go there and it's like a single picture of a meme or something.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this really great picture that says the woman in the dress was saying, oh my God, did you see what he's wearing? Oh my God, I can't even. And then silence. And there's this really great picture of her like talking to someone else. Standing. This is like Renaissance painting.
Yeah.
Of like, she's trying to like tattle on him.
That's a period piece painting right there.
Yes, it is. So in the end, the party was canceled. The boss found out.
Really?
And the party was canceled.
Really?
The CEO, who was supposed to come to the party, never showed up. The reason they gave for canceling the party was inclement weather. And while it did eventually rain, the party was supposed to be outside. The location had more than enough space inside for there to be some sort of contingency plan. It's also a bit odd that the CEO canceled. As far as I know, he isn't allergic to rain. My thoughts, I think the climate was just a bit too dark for him. So that was his little photo journey through the plantation ballroom.
He handled that so well.
It's certainly like peak malicious compliance.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Whatever. So, he then did a little bit of Reddit posts, obviously his best of Reddit updates. He said, I'm currently on the phone with my boss and HR. I was wondering why the call wasn't with the boss and then the HR person at the place where they work. I now know why. I'm dealing with the head of HR and not her, not the usual. The normal HR person was the person who, it's not written super well, and I'm trying to punch it up in real time and it's not working. It wasn't the normal HR person because the damn party was her dumbass idea.
Yeah.
She has since been fired. I've been promoted with a disproportionate raise and better benefits. But I have been assured that this has nothing to do with anything that happened on this work retreat.
That's crazy.
And it just happens to be coinciding with the HR assistant director being fired. So remember, kids, correlation does not equal causation.
Right.
And so now we got a bunch of comments of people asking him stuff. Anything you planned for the party that you missed out on, I would have paid to see you surprise a Confederate officer. This is the funniest, most clever thing I've seen on Reddit yet. Well done. And he responds, that would be it. There was a super old couple, New England transplants from the South, who came with Confederate officer uniforms, and they were really proud of them. They kept talking it up and were probably the most excited out of everyone in attendance about the ball. After my reveal with the person in the dress, they avoided me like the plague, the black one, and their uniforms were never seen.
Mm-hmm.
How did you... Dude, people are insane. Why would you...
So that makes me think the company is like in the Northeast.
Yeah.
And then they went more south, probably to like Virginia, to go to a plantation.
Well, they said it was in Alabama.
Oh, you're right. It was in Alabama. Yeah. So I don't know about the Northeast transplants thing. Yeah. Someone asked, how did the idea pop in your head? Was it immediately when you heard the location of the retreat and party, or did your wife try to talk you out of it? He said, yeah, I came up with it the second I read the theme. I said, I guarantee that this means they forgot about me again. My wife was a little afraid that I would get us in trouble, but we agreed that it would be okay as long as I didn't make a name tag that said, my name is Kunta Kinte. So he didn't do that. Another commenter says, while I was laughing my ass off at your post, how was the general reaction from everyone else in person who saw your hilarious costume set? He said, the climate definitely got palpably stiff and awkward for the rest of the retreat. I was clearly avoided on more than one occasion. Apparently an off-color person with matching humor was a bit much for them. And then he said everybody was being super apologetic afterwards. And of course he got the raise, which we read the update for already. And he said, I'm the only black employee I'm often forgotten about. The moment I saw the theme, I realized I had been overlooked. I'm thinking this may be the last time a party like this happens.
Good. It shouldn't happen.
Like, I'm glad you got a raise and the pay increase and stuff, but it almost feels worse where it's like, oh, oopsies, here's a promotion instead. It's like,
don't sue us.
Yeah.
You could sue them for so much money, I feel like.
That's crazy. Also, the fact there wasn't like a single cool coworker to be like, oh, hell yeah, way to stick it to him. Like,
I mean, it takes an entire, I mean, you talk about systemic like racism and stuff, like it takes an entire company of people who have not put a single fucking thought into what is going on. Like staying at a plantation is one thing, but then to be like also period appropriate ball is like a whole nother level. And then just not a single person in the company thought like, is there anybody here who's black and that might look bad? Like an entire company of people were just like, no, we're not even going to consider that.
How did the person dressed up as a Confederate soldier not get in trouble? How do you come here as like, I dressed up as the racist? And it's like, no, that's cool.
Alabama.
Actually.
Yeah.
I also feel like they should, an entire company of white people, shouldn't exist, but also an entire company of white people should have looked at this party and been like, this isn't appropriate.
Yeah. It shouldn't take a black employee to be
correct.
To be like, you guys realize this is insane. And luckily for them and also for the person, like he seems to have been able to take it with good spirits and everything.
Yeah.
Like, the company could have got absolutely fucked. Somebody else in that situation could have reacted, way more. Like that's an insane thing to put someone through.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane thing to put someone through. Pretty crazy shit. And then there was a comment. The top comment says, "This reminds me of my very white, very Christian high school. There had been a yearly tradition of auctioning off the seniors for that day to be that person's slave. My class was the only one with a black person in it, and that tradition mysteriously disappeared when someone managed to rub 2 of their brain cells together hard enough to create a spark." And it's like the same thing where it's like, it shouldn't take them seeing a black person at the school for the first time to be like, maybe auctioning people off and calling them slaves for a day is a bad idea.
I guess you gotta learn at some point, but it is like, fuck me.
It's one thing if it was, again, like children being stupid and racist because they don't know any better, but an entire school system in that regard.
Yep.
Systemically supporting it. Pretty fucking insane.
Very.
So those are the 2 that I picked out of some of the most memorable ones.
Those were good ones.
Yeah.
How old were those posts?
I think they were both about 6 years old.
Back in the golden era of Reddit.
But the one that Biscuit sent, it's pretty crazy. It titled Biscuit's email is literally the most disgusting story. It is also Born Erica. This might be another saving poop in a jar type moment.
No, I was literally just thinking, is it worse than poop jar?
It's. I don't normally have super visceral reactions when I read things. This is pretty bad. For the TikTok, I want Blake to edit because you guys are going to have a very visceral reaction.
Oh, no.
For the TikTok, Blake, hit us with the soda edit on this one. With the old lady spraying soda in her face. So here we go. This is one of the most memorable stories on that thread, and it's memorable. This is the Jolly Rancher story. Nothing tops the Jolly Rancher story. Steve and his girlfriend Samantha went off to college in August. She went to Florida State. He went to Penn. So she decides to fly to Pennsylvania to visit him. He was really happy to see her. So he decided to give her some oral action. He had done this numerous times before, and he always enjoyed doing it. But for some reason, this time, she smelled really horrible, and she tasted even worse. He didn't want to offend her, though, because he hadn't seen her in months. So he just put a Jolly Rancher in his mouth to cover it up, even though it didn't do much to help.
That feels like a yeast infection waiting to happen.
Yep.
What's the best flavor to get a yeast infection from?
It doesn't matter.
I feel like green apple would cut through the flavors more than others.
Oh.
In the course of eating her out, he accidentally pushed the candy inside of her. Then he stuck a finger in to grab it out. He took it out, put it back in his mouth, and bit. Only, it wasn't the Jolly Rancher. It was a nodule of gonorrhea.
Oh!
As in the blister-like structure that gonorrhea makes filled with diseased pus was the size of a fucking Jolly Rancher, and the poor guy bit it.
What the fuck?
I guess it was really dark in the room. He freaked out and started vomiting all over the place when it exploded in his mouth. He demanded to know what was going on. Turns out she had cheated on him at a club, like the first week of college, and some random guy gave her gonorrhea, and she had no idea what was wrong with her. She noticed a strange smell, though. So now Steve is freaking out and has gonorrhea of the mouth, and God knows what else.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
That's the closest I think I've ever been to peeking on the show.
It's visceral, man. Way with words this poet has, huh? We don't need to discuss
what happened
it, really.
What happened to the Jolly Rancher?
Still there to this day.
Whoa.
My answer would be watermelon, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe blue raz. Honestly, not a bad Jolly Rancher flavor in the bunch.
I agree. I don't know a single Jolly Rancher I don't like. Oh, wow. Wow. I guess I didn't know it could
do that.
Yeah, I guess I didn't know it could do that.
I didn't know that about gonorrhea either, if I'm being for real. And I didn't fact check. So it could be not real.
I really hope it's not real because that's... oh, that was vile.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy, huh?
That's very crazy. Also, yeah, I guess I feel like you start smelling the smell down there, you go to the doctor, especially in college. You get free insurance. Well, not free, but
yeah,
it's covered in your tuition.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Wow, Josh.
Don't blame me. Blame Biscuit.
Wow, Biscuit.
Biscuit.
That was fucked up.
You know my current condition. Why would you do this to me?
To be fair, Biscuit sent this like months ago.
Oh, okay.
But then also sent a follow-up email months later being like, you gotta read this.
Come on, guys.
And then also sent a third one just recently saying like, come on, read the fucking story. So it is Biscuit's fault.
Yeah. I don't know. I still blame you for choosing it.
Yeah, that's fair. I just really wanted to have a TikTok edit like the soda lady face story or video.
God, that was fucked. That was fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the one positive out of the story. It's kind of short and sweet.
Right.
It didn't get too much more into detail because that was
it's
fucking
not sweet,
crazy.
I don't think. I think it's short and foul.
Yeah.
Like me.
Don't talk about yourself that way, King.
Okay. We'll see you on the other side of this break then.
Bye.
Welcome back on this side of the show where we open up with a little thing we like to call
Circle George. What the hell? It's the Circle George.
and that's where we George around this circle. And we're bringing it back for the third and final time, the Josh Gauntlet.
Why are we saying final time?
Because I only prepared 3 and I don't want to do it again.
Okay.
And also, this is where we're putting a bow on. This is our last episode of the season before our season recap. We're cleaning out the keep notes.
All right.
This is the last gauntlet. I made 3 of them all at one time. We did 2 of them pretty close in proximity to the other one, and now we're just getting rid of it. We're clearing out the note.
Clearing it out.
All right.
This is the Josh Gauntlet. You can play along at home. All you're trying to do is not say the same thing I said. The questions will
I'm
get
so bad at this one.
increasingly hard as we go. We're going to play 3 rounds, so really I made 9 rounds. You can't be upset at me that I made 9 rounds.
I can't be upset.
So start off. This is the fat chance tier. Just name a plant. Any plant. Any plant in the world. Not like a plant. Not like Robert Plant, dumbass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And don't be like, Joe, I named my plant Joe. Like, give me a fucking type of plant. Come on. Jesus.
Fuck. I'm going to be real pissed. I'm already out.
All right. Erica, reveal.
a Hoya Carey.
Really?
It's a
Christian?
heart Hoya.
I put Rose.
I put a Venus flytrap, so
Thank
we're all
God.
clear. Next up, it's possible you'll say the same thing. This is stuff I try to say. It's probably around a 1 to 100-ish. Any metric unit, any unit of measurement of any kind that is in the metric system. Could be any kind at all. We're talking distance.
Is a fathom a metric unit?
I'm going to guess no. I feel like when I came up with this, I was thinking of things that end in eater. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meter, liter, thermometer. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say, Ricky?
Centimeter.
Okay.
Gram.
I said millimeter.
Woohoo.
Erica was pretty damn close.
Woohoo.
Next one, 1 in 25-ish. Just any, like federally, maybe not even necessarily federally, just like any popular holiday. Holiday in the United States. Just give me a holiday. There's about 25 of them. There's at least 25 of them.
And I only get fucking 8 off for my job?
Yeah.
It's 25?
There's at least 25, man.
That pisses me off.
New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day.
Okay.
Christian, what did we write?
I put Labor Day.
Okay. Erica?
I put Indigenous Peoples Day, formerly known as Columbus Day.
Okay, and I put Memorial Day.
Oh.
So we're all in the clear. Next one, 1 in 7
Your
chance.
darty eyes really scared me, Josh.
Ish. Well, don't tell people I've been drinking during the day again.
Sorry.
A continent. 7 of them. You just don't want to say the same one I said. Any of the 7 continents. And don't say Australia. It's Oceania, obviously. If you say Australia and I wrote Oceania, that means that it's Oceania. If you wrote Oceania and I wrote Australia, it's the same fucking thing.
Okay. Good to know. Backspace, backspace.
Erica, what'd you write?
South America.
Christian.
Africa.
I did write South America.
Fuck!
That is the continent that I wrote, which means Christian's still in it.
Let's go.
His first chance to win.
This is the closest I've ever gotten. Well, I think I've lost at the final round a couple times, but
I'm so mad.
You can still play along for the rest. 1 in 5-ish chance. Name me any North American country. Any country in North America. There's more than 5. But
Are you including Central?
Yeah, the North American continent.
Include Central America, right?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware.
Okay.
up until like the equator, right?
Nope.
Or near it.
Ecuador's in South America.
Okay.
So. No.
Okay.
What do we got?
Iceland.
Honduras.
Good polls. I, of course, wrote Canada.
Oh.
I thought I'd get somebody on that one. I'm sure someone at home wrote Canada. Now in our 1 to 3 to 1 in 4-ish chance. Real quick, Christian, just give me RPS, man. Rochambeau, rock, paper, scissors.
Paper.
Erica?
Scissors.
Scissors. You know scissors is always on my mind. And the last one, Christian, for all the fucking bacon. 50-50 shot. You got a 1 in 2 chance. Just don't say the wrong one. Hot or cold?
Cold.
I wrote hot.
Yes!
Christian takes home the fucking trophy, baby. But can he go back to back?
Bruh.
Good job.
Because we're restarting back at the top. Round 2. Any cartoon character. Any animated character, a cartoon of sorts. There's millions of them. There's a fucking fat chance that you write the same one that I wrote. I already wrote mine. You don't have to hide your answer from me.
Don't fucking peek, dude.
Erica?
Jake the dog.
Wacko.
You were so close. I wrote Steamboat Willie.
Oh,
And I feel
pretty
like
close.
spiritually pretty close.
Pretty close. Same color palette.
The next tier is your 1 in 100 chance-ish, which you'll see ish. Any card in a deck. I mean, we can agree. Pretty low chance you hit me with the same card that I chose. So you got a 1 in 52 chance. We're not including jokers.
Okay, backspace.
And we're doing standard playing card deck. We're not playing fucking
5 crowns.
5 crowns. Christian?
8 of clubs.
I
Erica?
did 4 of clubs.
Wow. I did Ace of Spades. Like
Ace of spades.
Like the music. Next tier. Any type of cheese. Give me a cheese. We all like cheese.
I don't know how to spell it. I'll just say it. Gruyere.
You don't know how to say it either.
I don't know how to say it either, but that's what I'm going with.
Gouda.
I wrote Gouda.
I could have picked a better cheese.
I did write Gouda. That's kind of crazy that you
Fuck!
said Gouda. So no back-to-back for Christian. Our next tier, 1 in 7 chance. Give me a type of weather forecast. You turn on the weather forecast and it says this. So this isn't like a weather event. This isn't like tornado. It's give me a weather forecast. Like the dude's pointing at the green screen. On Sunday, it will be blank. What do we got?
Overcast.
Nice. I just put sunny.
I would have put cloudy. Can't believe I fucking got out on Gouda.
Next tier. Give me one of the oceans. Not Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 8, though?
No. Ricky?
Southern.
Southern Ocean?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't familiar with that one. I just
Good.
wrote Atlantic.
Good. I'm glad
Yeah.
you weren't familiar with the Southern Ocean.
Yeah. Second to last group here, Ricky.
You just Googled it to see if I was making shit
I
up.
also was like, I don't know where the Southern Ocean's at.
I believe you.
That book that I just read
Mm.
that takes place in the Southern Ocean.
Next up, one of the 5 main senses.
Like taste, touch, hearing, smelling.
5 main.
Yep.
So you can't put proprioception on
You
there.
can't put like heat.
All right.
Can't put seeing dead people.
You can't put that one.
The big 5. Erica, what do we got?
Touch.
Put smell.
Ooh.
I did put smell as my 5 main sense.
I would have done taste. Man.
50-50.
Could have been so close.
Eric, I need you to lock in here. Otherwise, Christian's going to make a fool out of you. Potentially. Tom or Jerry? Everyone knows Tom or Jerry. Just give me Tom or Jerry.
Tom.
I did write Tom.
Oh, I would have done Tom too.
Yep. So now we come into the final round. Are we going to tie? Is Christian going to win?
What was the
How
next
are we
question?
tied?
What was the next
Like
question?
we both get out.
No, if you get one right, then you
Oh,
guys
that
both
was
have
the
one.
50-50 one, wasn't it?
Yep. Last round of the Josh Gauntlet ever on the show. Give me any historical figure in the entire fucking world that just give me the fat chance you say the same thing I said.
I don't feel like writing it down anymore.
That's fine.
Josephine Baker.
Cleopatra.
We all went with women. I said Harriet Tubman.
Nice.
How about that? Next tier, any musical instrument. There's a lot of them. Very, very low chance that you say the same musical instrument that I chose. Erica?
Didgeridoo.
A liar.
I almost said that. It's
And I
crazy.
said a sitar. So we all went not band class around us. with
Yeah.
this. Give me any consonant. As you know, there's 5 vowels. Just give me a consonant.
What about the non-binary one? Did you guys have the letters people in school?
Why is it non-binary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a consonant, not including Y.
I'm going to go with K.
Q.
I feel like those are similar. I said D.
Ooh.
These nuts.
Give me an organ that is in your torso.
Okay.
A 1 in 7 chance. You just from waist up, neck down.
1 in 7? That's all that's in your torso?
No, I'm just saying
Okay.
around. Like
Okay.
if I did all organs, there's just way more
Yeah.
organs.
Yeah.
I guess really most of them are in your torso. Just give me an organ that's in your torso. So you can't say skin because that's not
Yeah.
in your torso.
Hey, that's what I was going to go with until you hit me with the stipulation.
Christian,
Liver.
Erica,
Can I say adrenal gland?
certainly can. That's in your torso. I said gallbladder.
Your adrenal glands in your torso?
It's attached to your
Yeah.
kidney. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Huh. Right? Yeah, it's
I
attached
never
to your
took an anatomy class.
I don't know if that's considered an organ, though. It's a
I'm counting it, so it
it's a
doesn't
gland.
matter.
It's a-
Okay.
A gland's an organ, right?
No, it's a gland.
Okay, you learn something new every day.
I'm counting it, so it don't frickin' matter.
I also feel like the gallbladder is not an organ; it's a gland. But
I'm counting it,
okay, it counts.
so it doesn't frickin' matter.
Sounds good. Sorry.
We all understood the question. That's the whole point of language.
I was just, sometimes you're very specific, so I
The
was just checking.
Gallbladder's a gland?
I
It
don't
makes stuff.
know.
It makes bile.
But the adrenal glands make adrenaline.
Yeah, but that's a chemical versus like a substance.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
We ready? Are we
Yeah.
through?
Yep.
Give me a PlayStation console. Any officially released console from PlayStation. It has to have PlayStation in the title. Christian.
PSP.
I was gonna say that.
You can say that. This is why we needed to write it down, though. But
Yeah.
I'll believe you. PSP. That's fine. You can say the same thing. You guys don't have to not match. You just don't want to say what I said.
Right, but then we're both knocked out if you did say it.
Then hopefully I didn't say it.
Did you say it?
No, I said a PlayStation 3. Yeah. PS3. The good old PS3.
Did you ever have a PSP?
I borrowed it from someone once.
I was gonna say I only ever borrowed one.
My sister stole mine. She still has it to this day.
She borrowed it.
No. No. And she still plays it. She just got a new battery for it.
She hacking that shit? They're very easy to hack.
I don't know.
Second to last. We're both still in it. Everyone's still in it. Nobody at home is out either. Nobody has said the same thing as me because a gallbladder is not an organ, according to Erica.
I didn't say that. I just am questioning.
Give me a state of matter, non-plasma edition.
Good
So,
call. Good call.
You have a 1 in 3 shot to say the same state of matter. That is solid, liquid, gas. That's what we're going with.
Liquid.
I also was writing down liquid.
I did say liquid.
Fuck!
Which means you're both out. Which means Christian wins this round of the gauntlet.
No.
1-0. But just for funsies, we'll hit you with the last 50-50 just to see in an alternate dimension where both of you said non-liquid. Mario or Luigi?
Luigi.
Luigi.
Luigi. Yeah.
Fuck.
Absolutely Luigi, of course.
We would have never made it.
Yeah, there we go. That's the Josh fucking Gauntlet. Are you happy?
I loved it.
It's fun.
That was a blast, truly. And I know you said just like I only did 9 of them, whatever. It's like you did a lot. each round, you did 3 rounds each time. Each round had like 5 questions in it. You did a lot of fucking work in there.
More than 5, right? Right?
I don't know. They all had more than 5?
7.
They all had 7?
Yeah. It's 63 separate queries.
That's very impressive.
Yeah. I know.
I also don't think you can say that word in 2026.
Sorry. Non-binaries. All right. We're going to get into a listener submitted sound that is sent in from our listeners who submit sounds. Do that at judgiespod@gmail.com. Put listener submitted sound in the title. And I went deep in the anals to find this one.
Yes.
And it is, they say hello in the voice Rick says it.
Hello. Is that what I do?
Yep.
I don't know.
Here's a sound, I guess. LOL. This is from Kate on March 28th, 2022. 4 years ago.
Wow.
Over 4 years ago. It's been sitting deep in the anals. Is the anals organ?
No.
Great question.
Produces something.
No, it doesn't.
Shit.
Your anus does not produce shit.
Mine does.
No.
Okay.
Does it produce the mucus?
Anus is a muscle.
My room smells like soup.
That's it. That's the sound. Thanks, Kate.
Thank
well,
you, Kate.
I've got questions. What kind of soup?
Great
Was it
question.
good?
Was the soup good?
Yeah.
Or was the maroon
soup.
good?
The maroon.
Isn't that what Kate said? The maroon smells like soup?
My room?
My room.
Ah. That makes a lot
What the
more
hell's a
sense.
maroon?
That's what but we're all just going to say that my room smells like soup is a normal thing to say?
It makes more sense than maroon.
It does.
Yeah.
It really does. I really thought it was maroon smells like soup.
I mean, maybe she has synesthesia.
Yes.
You ever think about that?
Continue with that line of thinking.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You ever think
think
about that?
No, I didn't think about
Ableist
that.
piece of
Yeah,
shit.
I'm the worst.
What kind of soup does maroon smell like?
Great question.
I feel like it's going to be...
Beef
like-
barley.
No way, dude. That's wild. I was going to say that.
Look at us.
You guys are out then. I think,
Fuck.
on the Christian Gauntlet.
Well,
Hi, Judgies. Please do not use my name. This is a listener submitted story. You can send it to judgiespod@gmail.com. Put listener submitted story in the subject line. This is a tale of betrayal. This back half's all about cheaters.
Okay.
It's 2 stories, both about cheaters. One of them is very long. It's a Reddit story. Do not use my name. I wanted to share a story from back when I was young, dumb, and apparently operating with 0 self-respect.
And full of cum.
Unfortunately,
Mm.
yes. I, female 22 at the time, was dating my boyfriend, male 21. We had been together for 4 years starting in high school, survived long-distance college, we've been through so much delusion. I was in professional school, and he was technically still an undergrad. Heavy emphasis on technically, because most of his time was dedicated to his frat and not, graduating.
And now I know we all know what this is, but just for the listeners, what's professional school?
I don't know. Is that just like you have to take a course to become like a phlebotomist?
Maybe. Okay.
Like you do,
Okay.
there's like there's things that like you have to do,
Okay.
or like the
I get
people
it.
who look at slides for medical stuff.
Yeah.
do other countries have fraternities and sororities like we do?
It feels very American, doesn't it?
Right.
Because I can't remember like a British fraternity.
Right.
I feel like the British has to be doing something like that.
Well, they do the secret society bullshit,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they do fraternities and sororities. It feels very American
Yeah, I don't know.
because we're so like, America is so enthralled with like Greek culture.
Yeah.
Big quotes on Greek culture. But yeah, I don't know. For the last year of our relationship, we had been very on and off due to his repeated cheating. Yes, I know. Please feel free to judge me. I deserve it. I was in my I can fix him era.
Hmm.
Anyway, after one of our many massive fights, I decided the best, most rational thing to do was to drive 3.5 hours unannounced to go fix things in person. I packed my dog, hopped in the car, and made the drive like the emotionally stable queen that I was. So I show up, and he's shocked, which is fair, but he lets me in. We have the same recycled conversation about trust, growth, blah, 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 and we somehow land on a solution. Naturally, this leads to makeup sex, because nothing says healthy relationships like ignoring red flags and hooking up about it. But I had a test the next day, so I couldn't stay. Responsible queen, remember? So I get ready to leave and notice his shoes were sitting out. And for some reason, I still cannot explain why, a voice in my head said, "Oh, just be helpful, be kind, put his shoes away." So I open his closet, and there is a fully naked woman standing in the closet. We make eye contact. I look at her. I look at him. I look back at her. My brain is buffering like bad Wi-Fi. He had another girl over while I was driving 3.5 hours to save our relationship. And she had been in that closet the entire time.
Oh,
Through the conversation,
my God.
through the makeup sex, through everything. Was she holding her breath? Did she hear everything? Was she judging me too? Honestly, respect for the commitment, but also, ma'am? It was, without a doubt, the most mortifying moment of my life. But it was also the wake-up call I desperately needed. I grabbed my dog, walked out, drove 3.5 hours home, never spoke to him again. Many years later, I'm now happily married to an amazing man who is an incredible partner and a wonderful father to our daughter, so it all worked out. But wow, what a character-building experience. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this tale of betrayal, poor decision-making, and one very committed closet girl.
Go ahead.
I can't believe we got R. Kelly trapped in the closet, dude.
Is that what that means? I've never seen the doc.
Well, it was a music video where it's a crazy series of music videos. Also, we don't support R. Kelly in any way.
Right.
But he had a series of music videos about being trapped in the closet, and it's like, it's the girl trapped in the closet's perspective, basically. Or maybe it's not. I don't remember the music video. But then there's like 3 parts, and it ends up being there's multiple people trapped in the closet throughout the music video.
They're all in the same closet together?
Pretty much. I don't really remember how it works. No, they're in different closets.
He's rich.
I just feel like the girl in the closet, like, how are you not immediately jumping out and being like,
What the fuck?
what is happening? I'm not, especially if you start hearing sex noises. I'm leaving immediately.
Yeah.
I'm not staying in that closet.
But you're naked, so like you'd have to go out and be like, "Sorry, I have to grab my stuff."
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is like, how did he hide her clothes so good? Or like, where the clothes in the closet? And she's like, there's not enough room for me to get dressed. I'm going to be bumping into hangers and shit.
Yeah.
But it is like, how do you stand in there for what I have to assume is at least an hour? How are you like, oh, my knees are getting tired. It's like, I can't even move. I'm standing in a single spot. It's like,
now, is that 30-year-old Christian saying I can't stand in one spot for that long, or is this is this early college peak physical form Christian?
This is a Christian that hasn't worked a retail job and had to stand for 8 hours in a while.
All right, yeah.
But standing in a closet is different than standing
for sure.
You can't, because you can't move at all. I mean, the guy choosing to initiate, like, why not be like, well, let's move to the living room? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many levels of wrongness to the story.
It is like, I wish we could have the other girl's side of the story.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish I could have that.
Like, what do you do?
story.
Just be like, oh, I just got
how
teleported
how
here.
did I get
what
here?
the hell? I haven't been here for 2 hours. But also the fact that she's naked means that like they were having sex.
yeah.
Yep.
And then how do you as that person in the closet not be like, well, this is disrespectful?
Literally.
Like there's a lot of levels to it.
There's not a chance. There is not a chance that if I was ever in a situation like that and the man or person that I was with says, my girlfriend's here, you need to get in the closet. Fuck no.
Yeah.
Let's go talk to your girlfriend. Let's go talk to her.
Yeah.
I'm not getting in any fucking closet for you.
And she has a dog.
How did the dog not be like, I think someone's in the closet?
Yeah, right?
Well, they can't talk.
Well,
They can alert.
You think the dog was trained to alert at people hiding
Yeah.
in closets? One of our lights just went off and on.
Oh,
Strange.
hello.
double, huh?
Interesting. Well, from one cheater to another, we're going to get into a long Reddit story sent in from Roman. You can say my name. I've never submitted before. Kind of nervous. The light is flickering. Anyways, thanks for all that you do. Love the show. This one's an absolute gem. That's certainly a way to describe it.
Our show?
This one.
This one.
Oh, this story?
I assume they meant the story, not our show, was a gem. If our show was a gem, what would we be?
Sapphire.
I am not even kidding.
We're on the same wavelength.
We
We're
are on
married.
the same
You
wavelength.
guys are out then. You lost the Christian Gauntlet.
That's
Lost
all
the
right.
Christian Gauntlet again.
I was thinking sapphire. I'm like, but that's a pretty soft gem.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, huh?
Sapphire's really hard.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, it is.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
That's why they make watch faces out of sapphire.
Huh.
Is it gallbladder an organ? I was going to say a red topaz.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I did, while you're reading that story, I did look up fraternities. Big in the Philippines, surprisingly.
Oh.
But I guess, we have a very big imperial.
Yeah. Thanks, CIA. Yeah, that's crazy.
Philippines, America, and Canada are like the three big places.
That makes sense. This is from r/relationship_advice. I genuinely think my husband is a psychopath. Hi, everyone. I need help. I'm 35 and my husband is 36. We've been married for 10 years and we have 2 boys, 7 and 5. About 3 months ago, my husband started sending me really nasty messages while he was at work. At first, it was just mean comments, stuff telling me that I'm lazy, I'm a terrible mother, and that he regrets marrying me. It was completely out of nowhere.
Goodbye.
The weird part is that when he would come home from work, he'd act completely normal, like nothing happened. He'd kiss me, ask what's for dinner, play with the
No.
kids.
Mm-mm.
The first time it happened, I thought maybe he was having a bad day at work. But the
How do
messages kept going.
How do you not immediately start asking questions?
Correct.
Oh, really bad day at work, honey? You called me a whore?
Literally, you're gonna text me all this shit and then come in and try to kiss me? Absolutely not. My shit's already packed, actually. Actually, no. Your shit's already packed and out the door.
Sometimes he'd send them during the day, sometimes late at night if he was working overtime. They kept getting worse, too. Saying things like I'm useless, that I'm lucky he hasn't left me yet, and that no one else would want me. The first few times I confronted him, he acted confused, like genuinely confused. He would say things like, "What messages?" Or, "You must be misunderstanding something." Or, "Is there a gas leak in here? You've been acting strange recently." I made that one up. I literally showed him the texts on my phone, and he just stared at them and said he didn't send them, claiming that he's lost his phone, which he did, but he had a new one and was still texting and calling from that number. I know it sounds ridiculous, but he didn't look guilty. He looked confused and almost scared. I thought maybe he was gaslighting me, but it was such a weird way to do it because he never got angry in person. So what do we think? Is he doing it?
Yeah.
No, I think he's has a case of
The Mondays? Oh, work sucks today.
I think this is like a Japanese horror movie, like the cell phone movie, where I think his phone's possessed and it's probably like an evil poltergeist or something sending those messages. Not him, for sure.
Mm-hmm. About a month ago, I snapped. I showed him a bunch of messages at once and told him I couldn't keep living like this. I told him if he hated me so much, he should just say it to my face. He kept insisting he didn't send them and said maybe somebody was just messing with us. But at that point, I was done. I packed clothes, grabbed the kids, and went to stay with my parents who live in the same state. They were amazing and helped so much, and I never felt luckier to have a close family. Since then, the messages had continued, same number, same horrible tone. Things like, running to mommy's house just proves my point. You're pathetic. You'll come crawling back eventually. I sent him screenshots back to the same number, and still, he swore again that he wasn't sending them. He just kept saying he lost his phone at work and had to get a replacement, but he still had the same number. And when he would show me his phone, I couldn't see any of the messages. I just thought he was deleting them, though. He said someone else must have found his old phone and was messing with us. Last week, though, I let the kids stay with him for a couple weeks since he's still their dad and they miss him. He's denying everything. He says he's never sent any messages and that he thinks someone else is using his old phone. Meanwhile, the texts haven't stopped. At this point, I don't know how you haven't been like, leave your phone with me for a day then and
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Like do something, like do a control.
We'll trade phones for a day.
Like maybe it's not on her to like come up with these solutions. On his point, to try to prove himself, be like, let me get a new phone number.
Yeah.
Let me do XYZ to prove that I'm not sending it because not looking good. Like you could just be deleting the messages.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't know what to believe anymore. Either he's lying to my face or something really weird is going on. Maybe some sort of Japanese poltergeist type shit.
That's all I'm just saying that there's a possibility. They make movies about it.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone ever felt with something similar? I feel like I'm going insane and I don't know what to believe. We genuinely had the most perfect relationship before all of this, and I don't know what to do. I'm scared. I'm breaking my family apart for no reason. But some of the texts have been so horrible, I can't even include them on here. Update, I did more research, and some people were trying to help me investigate. I think I know how the messages are happening from multiple devices. So that's this guy's story, right? Is there's 2 devices, but if it's a phone number, one SIM can only be activated at one time.
Yeah.
So what's going on? They message only using WhatsApp. So because it's a different application, you can have multiple devices. And also Apple does this too, right? Like I can text off of my computer.
Yeah.
There are ways you can have multiple devices messaging, but specifically in this case, they're saying it's through WhatsApp. So it is possible somebody else could be doing it from his lost phone. But overnight, the messages didn't slow down. They actually got worse. They weren't just insults anymore. Some of them started to feel like threats. I was terrified. Things about how I'd, quote, regret leaving, and some a lot worse. I barely slept last night because of it. At one point late last night, I was finally texted back and said that if the messages didn't stop, I was going to go to the police. I know I made a lot of people angry that I couldn't just make up my mind on what to do, but he's been my husband for 10 years. Dumping him and blocking him out of nowhere isn't an option. It's not out of nowhere at this point.
Yeah.
I understand the leash that you're giving him, but like I said, if he needs to be doing more shit to prove his innocence.
Yeah.
Like that's to me was like, there is a world where somebody stole his phone or like he lost his phone and something's happening.
But there's a way to...
But you got to prove that better.
Yeah.
Change your damn phone. Leave your phone at home with her for a day. Like, there are steps you can do to prove this shit. I decided to be true to my word and actually went to the police station. I saw some comments about being able to track a device to a small location, and you can ask for that. If you have the information about the phone, which I got from my husband, and are on the phone plan, which I am. The worst part and the scariest part about all this is me contacting him about the kids' information that also would go to whoever is theoretically sending these horrible messages. So they would also know about the kids. I was terrified about putting them in danger and maybe making who was doing this more angry. So I knew it was urgent to get help. At the police station, they were able to track the missing phone. I claimed it was just lost because at the time I didn't know if I was going to file charges against my husband. Because it was my husband's phone, though, they gave me the location and the officer who helped was very nice.
I would also, why are you still using WhatsApp? Like, start texting your husband on normal messaging.
Yeah. Well, in Europe and stuff, like people only use WhatsApp.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just maybe they can't use text messages. Like, the SMS just like isn't on their plan. You know what I mean? But like
sure.
America doesn't really use WhatsApp, but internationally WhatsApp
It's
is used
huge.
for everything.
Hey, it's what Elon wants. It's the everything app, brother.
The address that they gave me was very familiar and also quite close to our house. So I decided to drive past to see where I knew it from. Any guesses?
I'm assuming it's a mistress's house. Because you did say this was a cheater story.
Shoot.
Really?
Turns
Turns out I had been to one of my husband's workplace parties there, and the coworker that lives there, I'm actually quite close with. The kids were with my husband, so I went over early to pick them up before he expected me. I brought my mom with because I didn't want to go alone. She took the boys so I could talk to him privately. I told him I knew one of his coworkers had his old phone, and how I was disgusted that she was ever someone I considered a friend. At this point, I was absolutely breaking down. When I told him this, he looked shocked. So I asked, why was your phone at her house? And how did she know your password? He just said, I don't know. Maybe she took it from work, and I don't know how she knew.
Well, 6969 is not a hard password to guess.
That answer didn't sit right with me at all. Something about the whole situation felt off. The messages had been too personal. Whoever was sending them knew things that only someone very close to us would have known. And that's something that, like, good thing you picked up on it.
Yeah.
Because he could have at this point tried to spin it of like, she's crazy, she's trying to break us up.
Yeah.
But if that person didn't use any things personal like going to your mom's house. Well, I guess you're getting the information from the text messages still.
Yeah.
But if you're referencing anything that was said in person, the gig is about to be up. So I dug harder. Turns out the coworker wasn't just a coworker. She'd been having an affair with my husband for over a year. He tried to claim that it wasn't serious, but I was sick of him making me feel like I'm overreacting. I never felt so betrayed, and everything just made sense now. She knew details about our relationship, our house, our routines, the kids, things that would be impossible for a stranger to know, all because my husband was telling her everything. And also, she was close with this person.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how she ended up with his old phone. He claims he lost it at work, and he thinks that she took it. But I don't know what to believe anymore. All I know is that the messages kept coming from that device, and they just kept getting worse. Who knows how far she would have gone. Apparently, when my husband lost his phone, whoever had it kept using it. Meanwhile, he had gotten a replacement phone, but the old phone was logged into WhatsApp. So both phones were tied to the same account. So that's why, everything was being able to be shared. Which meant the messages could be sent from the old device and still appear as if they were coming from him, but they wouldn't appear on his phone. Maybe I'm wrong, but my trust in him is completely gone.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
He's cheating on you.
Right. Regardless of the messages. For now, I'm staying. I've officially decided to start the process of filing for divorce.
Okay, good.
I don't feel safe around him anymore.
Nor should you.
For now, I'm staying with my parents with the kids. He seemed accepting over this because of the affair, and he still has to work. That's the important part. The fact that someone who smiled in my face, sat in our home, and acted like my friend was secretly involved with my husband for over a year, and then spent time tormenting me pretending to be him, is honestly one of the most disturbing things I've ever experienced, and I still can't even wrap my head around it.
What a shitty person.
I can't help but feeling there's more to the story than either of them are admitting. All I know is that I've lost all trust for him, and no amount of counseling could change that, so we are done. That will be my final update. Thank you all so much. You're welcome.
Wow.
What a ride.
Truly, that was a crazy story.
There were moments where it's like, maybe he's innocent and this is just someone fucking with him. But it is just like, no, the personal information was too much. And like, again, the fact that he wasn't trying harder, in my opinion, to like clear his shit other than just like, well, I don't know, honey, you're acting crazy right now. Like,
you sure it's not a Japanese poltergeist that's infested my phone?
And I think I could probably be convinced that maybe he straight up didn't know that the affair person had the phone.
He very well might have not known that she was doing that.
But he did know he was having an affair with her.
Correct.
And knew that there was something he needed to hide. And that's probably why he was trying to be like, well, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But at any point, how did he not, either in his own personal relationship with his wife, again, try harder, but also with the affair partner, be like, are you fucking texting my wife?
Literally.
Trying to break us up?
How are you not figuring it out on your own?
There's two, like, who else would be, it's literally like who else would have the motive to want to do this?
Yeah.
It's not like they're asking for money. It's not like they're asking for $12,000 in an account for jury duty. Like, it's very clearly he was guilty the entire time.
Yeah.
This is almost like a Knives Out situation where you're like, maybe you don't suspect the guy because that's who they want you to suspect. And then it turns out that's who you should have suspected the whole time.
Yeah.
Should have suspected it the whole time.
And one of them's from Kentucky, but not with a very good Kentucky accent. The phenomenal actor really breaks the accent sometimes.
I don't know which characters.
Daniel Craig's character.
Yeah. He's doing like the Colonel Sanders ass.
That's supposed to be Kentucky.
Well,
huh?
He's doing the Colonel Sanders voice.
Yeah,
Kentucky Fried Chicken. I don't know if it's a Kentucky accent, but he's doing that old timey lawyer, Southern lawyer thing, and he just drops it sometimes.
They're fun movies.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll give them a pass. You can drop it sometimes because I'm having fun.
I don't think you can give people the pass to drop it. I don't think that's something you can do. But I'll stop saying queries. You stop giving people the pass.
I'll stop giving people the pass. You're right.
All right.
Thoughts on the story?
I had fun with it.
You were going to say something.
I don't remember. Okay. I'm still not completely convinced this isn't some kind of
Japanese poltergeist. Yeah. Well, do people in Japan use WhatsApp? We can maybe.
I have to assume so. Truly, it's huge everywhere but America.
Yeah. So
well, US.
It could be a poltergeist. I don't want to rule that out either.
I do, because this fuck ass man, clearly is a piece of shit. So
Yeah. Well, you could be a piece of shit and be poltergeisted.
Yeah.
yeah, but you deserve it.
Mm.
Do you think Will Poulter is pissed about poltergeists? Like, do you think he wishes his name wasn't Will Poulter?
No.
Christian, thoughts on Will Poulter?
I got a lot of thoughts.
Okay.
Mostly, why does that name sound so familiar?
Okay. Actor.
Wonder what movie he's in.
Lots of them.
Lots of.
Wonder if I've seen anyone before.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
You've definitely seen Maze
absolutely.
Runner.
Oh, main guy from.
No.
No.
Guy that says you guys are getting paid for this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And he's mad about poltergeist? Probably.
Hey, that's it for the main episode. We're gonna go over and record a.
Ooh.
Weekly bonus episode.
That's patreon.com/judgiespod. Thanks for hanging around with us, Erica. Where else can they find us?
Wherever you're at on the internet, we're probably there too. And our handle or at or whatever username is most likely at JudgiesPod, JUDGIESPOD.
Thank you. Isn't it crazy that Will Poulter got hot?
Why is that crazy?
He was ugly.
He's a successful actor. He's got cash.
He was a little freak kid.
He's British.
He was a little kid.
He's British.
I could have swore he was, I don't know, 32 in that role.
No, I'm pretty sure he's the same age as us.
He's a redhead. They don't age well, man.
He's not a redhead.
Really?
He's got like blonde hair.
Really?
When's the last
And
time
is a
you've seen
gallbladder
him?
and is a gallbladder an organ?
Will Poulter, come on the effing show. Bye.